Hey guys, Adrian here with Team Inspire, and who are you and what did you do?
I'm the 2024 World Champion, and I scrubbed out at YCS Orlando. Nothing much to say. Haven't played the format, so I actually did terrible in the event, but I made it to the last round, so I'm going to show y'all what I played. I copied someone's homework, so most of these questions shouldn't go to me. We'll start with the main deck. Shout out to not being a bounty duelist for the first time this year. 3 Dormouse. Right? Yeah. 3 White Rabbit, Gold Sark, 3 Field Spell, Terraforming. So these are the best. These are the best cards to start with in your deck. This is the second best one because you can still normal summon any random card and do your combo. These are the one card. This is the worst one card combo because it makes you have the least amount of insulation. But the card in of itself is really good and it's really an extender. And then you just play one because you want to draw cards. Yeah. That's the conclusion I came to playing the deck. I don't have a lot of reasonings for it. One of each of the traps, they're great. They all have broken effects. You can use them turn 1. That's insane. Which one? This one gains life. Don't forget that. Yeah, I forgot on a couple of rounds. And because it's the best cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! 3 track, 3 Engraver, Lack of Allure, Paradise. Yeah, because you just want to activate these cards. They give you infinite grind game. This card's really good. This card's probably not great in this deck, but just the fear of this card being in your deck, I think is really good. So you could probably get away with just not playing this at all. But you definitely need these cards. It makes it so it sucks when your opponent dwellers you blind, and it actually hurts because you have these cards. For a lot of time, people aren't making dweller versus you, since they know you're playing Maliss. So these cards just put in so much work, and then especially when they lancet you, this is the best push you can have. So it's really important to have these in your deck in some form or another. And then, just like everything else, there's engine and then all these defensive cards. So 3 Bestials. These are pseudo defensive cards and extenders. Probably play more. These are actually a lot better than expected, and that just comes with not testing. But these cards are really, really good. I felt I just wanted more ways to put a body in. I'm saying I need a special summon that does something, and these do something because they special summon themselves and banish a card. So it becomes 2 bodies. So it does something when it's special summon. So those cards are really good, and sometimes they stop your opponent. 3 Ash because you need to stop the Charmies. 3 Nib so you can pair with 3 Veiler or 3 Imperm. And then honestly, this card was kind of terrible in the main deck. The card, its effect's great, but it's drawing it when you start is actually so bad in this deck that you probably don't want to main deck this. I could be wrong, but that's just how I felt throughout my tournament. That's it. Hand traps, 42 cards, 18, 19, something like that. 18 defensive cards. Map. Shout out, Bounty Duels. And then since you all have Fiendsmith cards, obviously, we played the big package just because we felt we wanted the versatility of it. I know that after you use your Maliss effects, you can't really use this part of the engine, but this is kind of enough. They just you turn 2 bodies into 2 bodies that is follow up, and then the Lacrima comes back. So as you'll see, oh, we're jumping ahead, but as you see, we play IP, which is kind of important. So it's it turns your 2 bodies into an IP at the end of your combo, and then your Lacrima always comes back. So you always have SP access on their turn, which was a really cool access of this deck specifically. So it's if you can't go into this, you go SP plus the trap, which is solid. Then these play around in Biru. This is just for 2nd turn pushes. Just also Lacrima sending the trap card. So all these are good. IP was crazy. I don't know how people don't play it. What else we got here? These are staple. You don't need any more copies of them. You sometimes don't even go to more than 1 of them a game. But these cards are all custom. Link ones. This is the 2nd best Link 2 in the deck, but at the same time it's the best one. So one of my misplays, or one of my losses, because I just decided to summon this instead. And I forgot that this card plays around Veiler, Ash, and Imperm, while this plays into Ash and just beats Veiler, Imperm. So I should have just done this and I would have won the game. But yeah, well, these cards are broken. And then lastly, cards, SP. It's just insane. Also, SPing yourself is so relevant in this deck. That's why the IP was really good. So you just start your engine on your opponent's turn. And then the new card, this card is crazy, especially because of this. You're just you combo and then you go effective this, summon back this, and then it comes back here. And this just turns into your Requiem, so that just goes into what I'm saying. You summon this, then you make your Requiem, go into your play, then you use Bow. Bow reborns back 1 of your bodies, then make an IP, so you end with IP. This is your end field, it's really good. So you're here, and then this comes back. And you normally have TP11 set. The reborn card set, so it's really strong. So then this can either be reborn or it can be a pop, and then your opponent can't special summon anything. So you just don't even have to activate a card for a really long time. So you can play around talents too. It's a broken setup. And if they negate it, you also just get to IP away with it and then bring it back. So it's a really cool and fun and interactive end field, but it just beats every deck. Shout out the squad. Shout out Pit Stop. Shout out Worlds. Shout out Hani. Shout out Yusek. Alright, and then because hand traps are nice, 6 more hand traps. I'm not sure if these were correct. It's just like an inferior for the mirror. I played a couple of them. It never came down to Lancing the mirror match, which is like kind of cool. Just lost for other reasons. I don't know if that's like a good thing or a bad thing, but it never seemed to like be like an auto loss in the mirror match specifically. I think the engravers helped. This card was like okay. Could have been the other Maliss probably. You know, just like going first cards. These cards are really good. This card's like kind of crazy in this deck because like setting your own engine cards is really strong. Like even if it's not like a floodgate, but obviously like we don't want to be rude, so like we play floodgates too so often. So like you're playing 3 copies of it, and then the amount of times like you actually just get bestialed or nibbed, especially because you like bait with the Fiendsmith cards. You just go alright, thrust, search, cold sark, or terraforming, and your opponent just looks crazy. Because now you have like the full like your full combo with an extra body on the field. You know you can't get nibbed, so like you can just go for the Griffin IP line, and your opponent looks crazy. These 2 floodgates, and then shout out to Nesh, because Nesh initially made the deck list, and then I think he helped Kamal with the deck, and then I copied Kamal. So like he told us to put these. This card was crazy. Shout out G. I think 2 of the 3 times I summoned it, I won the game. That's never happened before. I didn't summon either of these, but in theory they're really good. You can steal like Fiendsmith cards. This is good for the mirror match from like you don't have engine, and like Fiendsmith can turn into both of these. So it's like 2 bodies turn into 3 bodies, which is another like cool thing about like Requiem in this deck, which like you want it to be able to win fun. That's pretty much it. Yeah, I went X4, but the deck was a lot of fun. If I played tested, I probably would have done better. Shout out Kamal, Hani, for helping me with the deck. Shout out Nesh for giving us the ideas for the deck. Shout out Inspire, obviously. Brand new jerseys. Shout out Cardhaven for like more than half of these cards. I don't own most of these stuff in here. Like shout out Jordan, shout out Colby, shout out Tim Foles, shout out Dueling Guard. We got these beautiful Luffy deck boxes now available. One of my favorite like anime characters. Make sure to check them out. I think use code Inspire5 for 5% off. Don't want to get that wrong. But yeah, you guys will probably catch me at every event this season. Really excited, as most of you guys know. We're dealing with an injury on this side, so a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh coming to you in the future. But yeah, it was really fun seeing everyone.